Everyone's chanting for it looks like they have done the ritual. Get back to their habitat. And that it's all here at Boulevard.
Welcome to the Free Fire at the Esports World Cup 25. Knockout stage, day number 3, where nothing is granted, everything is earned. You're here to start the show with me, Husky, AJ. 6 more rounds between Group A and Group C, and until then, we'll find out which 12 teams will make it to Point Rush and eventually the Grand Finals.
Everything is earned in some case. And that is exactly what would they group pull away whatever they can pull from the competition after still is in the
ended yesterday. It's 7 spots.
Yeah.
That's a spot higher than what we wanted from them. We wanted them to just be in the top 8, and they did, and they went one step above. And like you said, they survived today. We need 5 more teams at least to nominate. They did that, drag Hotshot Esports down, and let's see if that has paid off.
Of course, there were some quests in the air. Will Fluxo make it 106 in total? Obviously, it's not up there at the top of the leaderboard. Fun fact, last year they got 102 points and they scraped through at the 12th spot, so it's a little bit better. But either way, it looks like they are going to be making it through. It's going to take a mountain of effort from any of the teams currently in the bottom 6 to oust Fluxo from their 4th spot. 106 points is quite tough to reach, because if you look at Virtus Pro, down in the 13th place, they've only got 52 points, so quite a journey for them to climb up. And we got to also remember, they're going up against the other teams from Group A and C. Obviously, they're going to be picking up those points as well, so it's not as straightforward every single game. These teams need to be in that final circle. Speaking of final circle, Red Hawks, if they want to stand a chance, they need to be in every single final circle with a minimum of 5 to 7 eliminations. And dude, that's tough, man. They only performed for 3 games on their first day of play.
Yeah, exactly. That's how every single round that you have give away to your opponents, you need to make up for it twice as hard. And I think for Red Hawks, I agree with the calculation. We kind of went over the numbers behind the scenes, but I gotta add another caveat today. I think a booyah is necessary for Red Hawks, right? Just in case, just as insurance policy as we head into game number 1. Again, the final 6 rounds before we find out which 12 teams will make it through. We're heading over to Bermuda once more, and for fans out there, you can rest assured that this flight path is very, very generous, straight down the middle.
Absolutely, and of course, it's going to be fair, easy. EVOS Esports, though, they are the group stage leaders with 154 points. Everybody thought it was good to Connery sitting at the break, of course, beating those 4 points. And last year, definitely faced it with a huge smile on his face. The majority of the nation pulled away on the one ticket. This was the right point. We were thinking about being totally conquered by Buriram alone. And Dragons splitting very early in the game. I don't feel good about this.
You know what I don't feel good about as well? AJ, VP, and Red Hawks, they both just dropped in the same spot. And we see very early gunfights. And this is going to be very bad for Red Hawks if they don't make out of this alive. Ideally, if we can somehow beat that, would be great. Seeing Red Hawks who are a miracle in the earlier rounds in day 1, but that's a day 1 thing, right? That's the thing, that's the unknown. But right now, EP has studied. Red Hawks, they need to somehow make this work.
And of course, if the Bangladeshi players want to stand a chance here, they have to played vessel here. However, possible. Lava gun in the hands of Flicker. Shot up from up top. Great rotation by Fuwara. Has got the AUD in hand. Great range on the gun, and Flicker does not want to challenge him. But now all the players all together down on the ground. Fuwara with his head sticking out, but he's managing the situation well.
With very limited resources to work with, these movements are a lot more important. So Red Hawks go into a 3-1 split. They leave Flicker on the flank. Same as Virtus Pro, who have the same idea. So if whoever can catch the flanker first is going to come out on top. We see Diamond already going on the hunt. VP changing from 3-1 to a 2-2 split. Kutun will make first contact. Good damage being dealt. Fuara getting down by Blade. And now Red Hawks spring into action. They go down. A trade comes from the side of Diamond. VP are lose numbers.
Beautifully played. The rhythm comes through in the nick of time by Diamond. And he's going to get sprayed out. What a save coming on through. X-Force is there with the double vectors as well. Great rate of fire. Damage not too much. But Red Hawks has got this in pocket. 3 players taken out of the equation already. One more playing his chances up against 2. The M519 and the MP5. X-Force. Riptide rhythm to break down their defenses, but that's being trouble early. The shines off. And Virtus off on the back. Red Hawks picking up a very important win here at the start of the game.
Just a deja vu from game number 1. Blake drops back in just in time to loot the rewards, the bounty that the rest of the teammates had laid down on the floor alongside the corpses of the Virtus Pro players. And I gotta say that fuck, the rest of the teammates were down and they clutched it. Thankfully for BP, someone was revived. The run continued. That's not gonna get any easy. He stayed for Vision System because Lost has them in the crosshairs.
Yeah, Vision System needs a miracle to qualify for Point Rush today, but they go up against one of the most dangerous teams out there in Brazil, and dare say in the competition. They are putting them down. Unbelievable stuff. Rigby 245. Final player in here. Round 1 picked up right quickly. And Vision System could not go in for the final blow. But they outnumber the Lost only for the next few seconds. Rigby has enough money to buy back his 2 other team members. The Vision System timing is key here, and the guy that just got picked up mowed them down instantaneously. Lost with the instant recovery. M598 and now you boy. Rigby with the MP40 should be able to make quick work on Andres.
And suddenly, in a blink of an eye, Vision System Andres is forced to run away. Doesn't have enough coins to get a revive around Rosie. Can he do this fast enough before they clear him out in round the corner? And there is just not enough time. Vision System, they fall in the hands of Lost, and off-screen, Virtus Pro gets wiped out.
Man had enough time to buy back the whole world, but a misclick for sure. Not even a single revival, and Vision System out. They were already at the very bottom of the leaderboard. I guess that is exactly where they will stay. Unfortunate for them. What a start, and holy hell, what a recovery from Lost.
Recovery from Lost and Red Hawks, right? Both teams were at the back foot in their respective 4v4s, and both of them recovered. This is the start we expected from Lost, but this is the start we wanted for Red Hawks. This was going to be a lot worse how Red Hawks are rotating now at Shipyard, but some of them is going to be of them. It's going to be Team Falcons and Star 7. That is going to be a challenge.
players are up in the air. Can Limit hit?
They do see Limit now. Finally spotted out 1v1 Limit with a flick and 2 shots in a row. Of course, Limit is the one that wins that one now. A free point for Team Falcons, number 5. But that is going to call to attention the rest of Movie Star R7 to kind of to come and tie up loose ends. Limit now will be surrounded. Games Kings is going to be player number 2 to make contact right around the corner. Limit finds it now on the Joker, but it's just not enough. Movie Star R7 finds their 4th point, but Team Falcons have bought enough time for Kororo to make a run.
That's a masterclass in distraction. That's a masterclass in buying your squad more time. But of course, Kororo, as he gets away, I believe he flew straight into the crosshairs of Red Hawks, so we'll have to wait and see if or not Falcons can stay alive a little bit longer. It looks like the jump pad has been invested in as Kororo finds a good exit out of there. Flicker does not get that shot, and Falcons will live to tell the tale a little bit longer here. Time and time again, we've seen this out of Falcons, almost wiped out at the start of the game, and they just make that huge comeback with a booyah at the end.
Yeah. And just to add on to that, that was exactly what happened on their very first game on day number 1 and the 3rd game. So history could repeat itself. If you want to take out any sort of opponents, you got to cut off the head of the snake. In this case, the head of the Falcons. As Dragons Esports make their rotation, runs into Wow Kutus, who just got revived and now will have to be revived again.
Yeah, man, Dragon off to a decent start here. First elimination, squad on that full revival. Thankfully, Seamox was left standing, and he could bring the rest of the team members back in here. But RRQ, very stealthy, very quiet, picking up the most needed weapons. You see a double AWM setup in their hands here at Bermuda. It is going to be absolutely deadly, especially in the open grounds later on, as this circle comes into a close, dragging all of the players towards the area of either Bhima Sakti or Clock Tower in a bit.
And RQ is a team that even they have said in an interview, always second, never first. In this case, for the side of AJL, they've also have tasted that. But R7, they're fighting back. 2 down the side of AJL. Ew. Not willing to let this go. He has a lot of memories, past memories on the international stage, and this is going to be one that he refuses to leave in regret. The rest of AJL gets back up. Movie Star R7 is forced to run.
Oh, what a damn backup that was. Dude. Have an option for effort for the defense, but thankfully ATL does not want to stand by and play around with him. Hax has an opportunity to go for a revival, but the man's absolutely broke now.
Not just broke, he also does not have any medkits to work with. The blue is going to be the one that takes him out if this continues, so he's desperate to find any sort of points.
দেখো থেকে কোথায় যাচ্ছে লাইভ বন্ধ করে দিলাম গাইস সমস্যা হচ্ছে